Number 47. It says use synthetic division to find the quotient and remainder when negative x cubed minus 7x squared plus 9 is divided by x plus 7. Specifically, complete the synthetic division table and write your answer in the following form. Your quotient plus your remainder divided by x plus 7. Okay, whenever you're using synthetic division, right, I want to kind of explain the steps, why these numbers are here the way they are. All right. So, once again, we have a dividend and a divisor. Your dividend is going to be negative x to the third minus 7x squared plus 9. And we call it dividend, we denote it in this case by f of x. And x plus 7 is our divisor, which is d of x. And once again, when we divide f of x, which is our dividend, by d of x, which is our divisor, that equals to our quotient, which we call q of x, plus our remainder, which is r of x, divided by the divisor, which is d of x. That's why you see x plus 7 down there. So, step number 1 when it comes to synthetic division, right? You want to take the coefficients of each term and place it under your long division symbol. We have negative x to the third. That's going to be negative 1x to the third. That's why the negative 1 is right here. You see, the next term is going to be negative 7x squared. That's why the negative 7 is in the long division symbol next. We have no term that has x to the first power. So that's going to be plus a 0x to the first power. That's why if we look here, there is a 0, because we're taking the coefficients for each of our terms. And then we have a plus 9, which is here. And that's our constant, and that's why that is last. So I wonder what's going on with my pen. It's getting on my nerves. So hopefully you guys know where those numbers came from inside of the long division symbol. Now the number on the outside, right, is negative 7. How do we find that? To find the number that goes on the outside, we're going to take our divisor. Take the divisor, and find the 0. My divisor is x plus 7. To find the 0 of my divisor, I'm going to take x plus 7 and set it equal to 0 so I can solve for x. When I do that, I can subtract 7 from both sides. X equals to negative 7. And net negative 7 is the 0 of my divisor. Because if I plug negative 7 into my divisor, negative 7 plus 7 is 0. And once I find the 0 of my divisor, I'm going to place that right here. That's why there's a negative 7 on the outside of my long division symbol. Now, we're going to perform synthetic division. What you're going to do is, you're going to drop down this negative 1. So I'm going to zoom in. I'm going to zoom in temporarily. Drop down to negative 1. Always drop down the first term. Can I fit in? Okay. Make some modifications here because I want to be a little bit lazy. Don't want to do too much extra writing. Put the negative 1 here. Now, once you bring down that term, you're going to multiply the term you just brought down with the 0 of your divisor. So negative 1 times negative 7. Negative 1 times negative 7 is going to be positive 7. You're going to put the positive 7 here. Unlike long division, when we subtract, we're going to do the opposite in this case. We're going to add. Remember, you're adding, you're combining. Negative 7 plus positive 7 is 0. You owe your bank $7, you pay them back all their money, you owe them nothing. What you're going to do now, you are going to multiply the term that you have here, the 0, with the 0 of your divisor. So 0 times negative 7. 0 times anything is going to be 0. You're going to place that 0 right here in the third column. And then you're going to add. 0 plus 0 is 0. Okay. Repeat the same process. Take this 0 that I have right here, multiply that by negative 7. 0 times negative 7, once again, is going to be 0. Place that into your fourth column. And remember, you're adding. 9 plus 0 is 9. And the last term here, the last number, is known as your remainder. So we can place the 9 down here as our remainder. Okay. Now, my dividend had a leading term, degree of 3. My divisor had a leading term of 1. Because I am dividing and both have the same base, I can subtract the exponents. So that means down here, these numbers are the coefficients of my quotients. This negative 1 represents negative 1x to the second power. When I do synthetic division, my quotient will be 1 power less than your dividend. My dividend had x to the third as the leading, as my degree. Now my quotient has x squared. This 0 right here represents plus 0x to the first power. This 0 right here represents my constant, plus 0. So in this case, the zeros are no longer a factor. My quotient is just negative x squared, which I'm going to place inside of here. Let's put it in a different color. Let's put it in blue. That don't work out too well. I'm just going to put it on top. But yep, that will go in there. So when I divide here, my answer will be my quotient, which is negative x squared, plus 0x to the first, plus 0, but zeros, they cancel each other out, plus my remainder of 9 over my divisor, which is x plus 7. Alright guys, that is it to the synthetic division approach. I hope you guys understand how to complete all the steps. You can once again watch the beginning of the video to find out how everything is placed inside, how we come to the answers. This is the answer here, how you find your quotient, your remainder, and the whole 9. Alright guys, I'll see you soon.